Well, here's an update on this B50 Triumph BSA engine in the Triumph frame, 1974. It's the only year they did that. And we have stripped the bike down completely, pulled all the wires off. Kevin rebuilt the carburetor and put it back on. We've installed the mag pickup for the electronic ignition. That's in place. I bought a old battery box from another bike, and I'm gonna cut it down, and we're gonna put in a half-high 12-volt battery, so the bike will be able to run an electronic ignition. The bike, we're making progress. I'll show you what we're doing today and why. Coming around here, I had the whole primary cleaned up, ready to go. The stator, rotor, all spaced out. These standoffs are homemade. Somebody made these, and I'm going to see if I can buy some stockers and see if they will go in there, depending on what they did to these threads. Anyway, I got the stator and rotor in place, and we decided, you know, while we're in here, we might as well. Those are three words that get guys in more trouble than you can ever imagine. Might as well. Almost as many as I love you. Those three words will really get you in trouble. But in this case, might as well. We said we might as well take the clutch plates out and see if they're sticky, see if they need to be replaced. And what we found out is they're used, but they could be reused, but I'm going to replace them anyway, because this center hub, I've never seen a center hub so badly hammered in all my life. Usually the outer clutch basket is where the hammering takes place, and you can see a little bit of it there. It's slightly hammered, but that's nothing. That could be run just no problem. But I've never seen the hub this hammered. Look at those grooves. And those grooves will lock the plates in place and not allow them to release, which will make the shifting really, really difficult. And then what you do is you try harder, you slam the shifting, and that's what causes it to get worse. So this center hub needs to be replaced. And because I'm replacing that, I'm also going to replace the outer hub, the basket. And because we might as well, we're going to replace the clutch plates, both steel and fiber. So this is a might as well situation. It's expensive, might as well situation, but seriously, I don't want to go into this primary a second time later on because the transmission isn't shifting, because the clutch isn't releasing. Now, in the meantime, I'm going to turn around and show you something interesting. That clutch, basket, and hub have to come out with the front pulley all at one time together. And you need a special puller to pull the clutch hub out. Now I'm going to turn around and show you the special pullers, that's plural. Hello, Kevin.
Good morning.
Hello there. Okay, all of these are clutch hub pullers for various and sundry British motorcycles. I have these. This is a little show and tell. I rebuilt these yesterday. Aren't they lovely? I made these handles out of some brass rod that I bought online, and we're going to be able to use these old vintage petcocks, which I think are just beautiful. So I'll set them aside. Anyway, all of these pullers fit different bikes, and this one happens to fit the B50. So we're going to use it to pull that clutch basket off, and I'm going to show you how. And I'm going to hand the camera to Kevin so he can hold this and while we do this. Okay. The thing that we've found, Kevin and I, is usually when you put one of these, by the way, this is already loose because we took it off. This is a demonstration. Usually you put these in here, they screw into the inner threads, like so. And then people put a wrench on here and wrench for all you're worth, and just beat the heck out of it with the wrench. Oh, rats, and it's just really tight, and they're screaming and hollering. The easiest way, honest to goodness, is with a socket on the end of your handheld impact tool, and you put it on here, and the throbbing, the pounding is what makes it just pop right off of there, like so. It's so easy if you use an impact tool, because it hammers and turns, and these pop off really, really easy. So whenever you're using a puller type thing, and I'll do the same thing over here, when I pull this off, I will use this on the puller. The bang, 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 bang as it turns breaks it free immediately with no real effort. So that's basically what I wanted to say today. This is worth its weight in gold. I don't care how much you pay. I must have bought this thing 20 years ago. You can see it's all beat up. And Kevin has the exact same one in his shop, brand new. So they still make them. Worth their weight in gold. And makes pulling baskets, pulleys, sockets, sprockets really, really easy. So that's all I wanted to talk about today. Thank you. All right, so we're ready. I have put the clamp modification on that same puller. This holds the center hub and the whole thing together so the 20 little roller bearings don't fall out all over the place. So that turned the hub and the basket into one piece. So it'll come out together without dropping the bearings out. Over here I've put a puller. This is a special puller. You can buy these. This one's highly modified. I had a welder beef up the sides because I ran into some sprockets that were really on there, and it bent it, believe it or not. So this has been beefed up and the ends open so I can use a variety of bolts for a variety of sprockets. Now we're going to do this with the impact tool like we just talked, and let's see if it works. Okay, Kevin, would you hold this? Let's see if this does what I said it's supposed to do. Let's see if it pops this off. Just that easy. No trauma, no power. It just pops it off. So now these are going to come off of here as a unit. It really will. Now I've extended that as far as it's going to go. Believe me, it will come off. There. Slowly but surely. Now, they come off together. And they go over here. And we now have the unit there. We now have an empty primary. I'm going to take these nasty homemade things out of here and see if I can't buy some stockers and put them in and hope it goes successfully. So that was fun, and it did work, and that's just a demo. Okay, cool. Just for grins, I decided I'll show you all the different bolts, lengths, diameters, spacers, washers that I have used with this puller that I just used to pull that front sprocket off. Like I say, it's highly modified. You can see how thick it is now. And it's slotted where it used to just have holes. So these are some of the spacers, washers, bolts that I've used over the years to pull various and sundry sprockets off of various and sundry bikes. I do like special tools. I really do. They make life so much easier, and you screw up parts so much more seldom. Always a good thing.